Good morning and welcome to the Rose of the Shires competitive race day briefing. Please listen carefully, and firstly to say that your safety is our number one priority. Please make sure that your mobile phone stays switched on throughout the race and that you have it to hand, so if I call you, you can answer it. It's usually to direct you back on the route, so it's worth picking it up. Please make sure that you've collected your tracker and that it is switched on. The event number is 1593, which you can also find on the event webpage. You'll be best to download the app before the race starts. You are personally responsible for crossing roads safely. There are 4 major road crossings which we can't avoid. At 5.5 miles is the A43. This will have marshals on it to warn oncoming traffic, but they will not tell you when to cross. At 11.5 miles is the A4 500. At 43 miles is the A4 500 again. This is a dual carriageway and has a centre island at this point. And right at the very end is the A508, which is probably the most important time to be careful as you will be tired. Most of the key road crossings are circled in your map book. Please pay attention to others on the paths and the trails. Look at your map book and the tracker information and don't blindly follow others as they may be wrong. Look out for your fellow competitors. If you have any concerns about their well-being, please contact race control on the next checkpoint. If you wish to retire, please let us know if you want to be picked up or if you've made your own arrangements. Either way, make your way to the next checkpoint or call the number on the front of the map book for Tony with the sweeper bus and hand in your tracker to a member of the race team. It is imperative that you let us know, even if you've got someone to collect you, so we don't waste our time and resources trying to locate you. Please remember, if you have a bag or a car at the finish, you'll need to be back there. So the route is shown in your map book. Naturally, planning a route that is over 54 miles long is a challenge. We have detailed the road sections in the map book, and look out for the Northampton round and 10-foot round roundels. And please have a look at the videos on the event page too. The terrain is mixed, so you'll be switching from road to trail on a regular basis. It is wet, very wet, so please be prepared for that. When running on the road, please use the footpath where one is present. If not, run facing oncoming traffic. Please be aware that there might be heavier than usual traffic at the Sidewell Aerodrome due to the fact there is an open day there on Saturday. There is no penalty from straying from the marked route, but all checkpoints must be visited. Please close all gates behind you, even if they are open when you arrive. Please be courteous to those you meet along the way. Naturally, I can't talk you through the whole route, otherwise this briefing would go on forever. However, there are some key pointers. When you get to Holcott, which is the first village after the start, after heading down the hill, you'll see some rather fancy gates on your right hand side, which is on the left hand bend, and the entrance to the footpath is just by the side of those. After checkpoint 1, the entrance into Sidewell Country Park is, how we say, unofficial. So please climb the gate quickly and take the official path down to your left and round to the right around the reservoir. After leaving Cooknoe, please turn right at the bottom of the hill, and climbing up to the top, you'll reach some steps on your right hand side. Please take these. These are the Jerusalem steps. The woodland in front of you is private and tends to upset the farmer. After CP2, you will cross the Castle Ashby estate. Please stick to the footpath. Do not, under any circumstances, run down the main road. The path is sort of a kind of diagonal across, but you'll spot it because it's well signposted. After checkpoint 3, you're in Southsea Forest. Follow the track straight down. You'll cross a couple of roads, then just listen to the sound of the motorway and head in that direction. This year we are back going under the motorway, so unless you've done it in 2019, then please forget all the other routes that you've taken over the past couple of years. When you reach the canal after checkpoint 4, cross over the canal, but then follow the canal all the way to the Navigation pub in Stoke Bruant. There is a signpost that points you into a field, so please ignore this. So just briefly mention about water safety. The race spends a short period of time following the Grand Union Canal on 2 separate occasions. On the canal sections, please run in single file on the towpaths as they are very narrow. Please be aware that there is a danger associated with the canal. Remain a safe distance from the water's edge. Remain vigilant for other runners in trouble. Take care around the bridges and the locks. If you fall in, which occasionally happens, you are advised to seek medical advice after the race to ensure you have not contacted Weil's disease. Remember to be courteous to other canal users at all times. We have a special permission from the Canal and Rivers Trust to use these sections. At the checkpoints, it's your responsibility that you've been logged through the checkpoint. Water and snacks will be available at every checkpoint. We have access to the toilets at Sidewell Country Park at checkpoint 3. There's a pub in Ashton just before checkpoint 4. And in checkpoint 5, we have access to the village hall at Gayton. There will be hot drinks and a little Easter treat available at the finish. Please smile and be courteous to the marshal team. They have given up their time to make sure that you have a safe and enjoyable race. There are emergency numbers printed on your map books. Please use them if you have any concerns. In the case of an actual emergency, please call 999. I have worked very hard for us to have access to the route we run, so please do not drop litter and compromise the future of the race. Normal people do not eat energy gels, so we will know it's you. We have bin bags at the checkpoints. Please keep your rubbish in your pack or pockets until then. It's worth putting a small plastic bag in your pocket, especially for the gel wrappers. Please leave behind only footprints. After dark, please put your head torch on as soon as the light starts to fade. Please partner up at checkpoint 6 depending on your time of arrival. You have been advised to run in company after dark. Any runner choosing to continue on their own does so at their own risk. So here's the nasty bit: progressive course retirement. The race cut-off time is 13.5 hours. There are progressive checkpoint cut-off times. These exist for your safety and well-being. Please respect the decision of the race team if you're out of time or deemed not fit to continue. The cut-off times for checkpoints 3, 4, 5 and 6 will be strictly enforced. Remember, if you are on the cut-off, then you are likely to get slower, not quicker, before the next checkpoint. Any runner reaching checkpoints 3, 4, 5 and 6 after the cut-off will be informed that they have to stop, and we will arrange transport to take to the finish area. This means 1 second, 1 minute or a few minutes. The same rule for everyone keeps everything fair. We understand that being withdrawn for the race will be frustrating, but please do not take your frustration out on the event crew. These are people giving up their time to make sure you're safe and are simply enforcing the race rules. The cut-off for checkpoint 3 is 2 o'clock, checkpoint 4, 3:30, checkpoint 5, 5:30, and checkpoint 6, 7:30. Just want to say a thank you to the running clubs that have embraced the spirit of the event and given back to the sport that we all love. So I'd like to say thank you for the Northampton Road Runners, the Tuesday Night Gang and Will from the Peak District Challenge, Diamond Runners, Wootton Road Runners and the team from Redway from Milton Keynes, many of whom are represented in the starting lineup. Please have a safe and enjoyable race and drop me an email if you have any questions. Thank you.